I'm here to talk about global warming and how we as airmen need to be parts of the Air Force efforts in going green. Global warming is the rise in the Earth's temperature that results from an increase in the amounts of heat-trapping gases in the lower atmosphere. With the Earth warming up, there is an overwhelming scientific consensus happening. As global warming increases, species and their habitats are decreasing, and chances for the ecosystem to adapt naturally are diminishing. Warmer temperatures are also key factors in an explosion of big wildfires across the U.S. Over the last 3 decades, in addition, hurricanes like Katrina, Wilma, and Rita broke records and killed thousands. Hurricanes like all weather are fueled by heat, and global warming is turning up the dial. It is important that we take care of the environment, not just for a future, but the future of our children. This year's theme for Los Angeles Air Force Base is Year of Conservation. As a public affairs officer, it is imperative for us to emphasize the fact that we need to demonstrate and advocate the value of being energy efficient. We need to create efforts in conserving our nation's resources by going green, conserving energy, and reducing our carbon footprint. As you may know, the Air Force is the military's and the country's single largest consumer of energy. For this reason, we may just be the greatest footprint to the Departments of Defense in terms of global warming. To stretch it a little more, this can put us in the nation's forefront in going green. According to Ed Wilson, the base civil engineer manager, the Air Force is a leading way right now in renewable energy type of projects. This is a renewed understanding and desire to see more change. And in the coming year, more projects to reduce energy and water will be at work. In January 2007, the U.S. Department of Energy signed Executive Order 13423. Strengthening federal environmental, energy, and transportation management. The order primarily focused on energy and demands a 30% energy reduction by the DoD by 2015. Executive Order 13514 also focuses on conservation, specifically water conservation and greenhouse gas emissions. This order requires an emission reduction of 80% by the year 2050. Over the past years, 37 Air Force bases now draw at least part of their power from renewable energy sources. In particular, Los Angeles Air Force Base is one of the command's leading bases in cutting energy consumption. I want to talk to you about what Los Angeles Air Force Base has done, what it needs improvement on doing, and what we all as a part of the Air Force family should do to conserve and protect our environment. With the $2.1 million Energy Reductions Project, the Los Angeles Air Force Base has managed to develop concrete ways that conserve and actually produce tangible results. The lighting upgrades in the main office areas, corridors, restrooms, and break rooms function through motion occupancy sensors. Other lighting improvements include the day lighting sensors. These sensors pick up lighting from the outside into the workspace and automatically turn off the perimeter lighting when not used. Since the year 2000, the base has partnered with the city's water district to provide recycled water to the new buildings located on base. 7 buildings have been constructed with dual plumbing for recycled water use in toilets and urinals. In addition, all 5 acres of landscaping at the facility are irrigated with recycled water. The base civil engineering and logistics squadron recently finished construction of the photovoltaic panels. Photovoltaic solar panels is a method of generating electrical power by converting solar radiation into direct current electricity. The energy collected by the photovoltaic system is used across the base from lighting, heating, and cooling the buildings to running all the computers on base. One of the biggest benefits of the solar panels is that it will produce the greatest amount of energy during the time we have a high demand for energy. For this reason, we are reducing mass amounts of energy usage. As you all know, vehicles are responsible for 1/3 of the carbon dioxide spewed into the atmosphere. The Los Angeles Air Force Base has a strong rideshare program that promotes incentives such as flexible working schedules for van pool riders and Metro reward inducements. Space and Missile Systems Center, a subordinate unit to the Los Angeles Air Force Base, is constantly conducting sonic boom analysis in the efforts to protect the marine life. One of the greatest undertakings from the Space and Missile Systems Center research is the carbon emission on rocket launches. Scientists say that driving your car for 1 hour generates as much carbon dioxide as all the space launches in the world combined in a year. Although the Los Angeles Air Force Base has made many positive transitions, it still has work to do. Currently, our recycle center is not well managed. Our recycle bins, although separate and color-coded, are still being used as trash cans, having no distinction between recycling material and trash. Everything is just being dumped into one big trash bin. If only everyone knew the importance of having an effective recycling center. Recycling can save the base an easy $10,000 a year, money that can be used for other projects. And this is something we need to work on improving. One way we can start this improvement is by bringing awareness. Education is the key to making things happen. We need to educate our workforce, the airmen, on all the elements on how to conserve. After all, we are the future, and the only way we know how to take care of the future is by knowing what's wrong with it. The Los Angeles Air Force Base can improve its efforts in going green by illustrating and teaching employees how to be green. Researchers estimate that Americans spend around $4 billion annually on standby power alone. In 2001, one report showed that standby power consumption accounted for an average of 15% of electricity consumption. Standby power is electrical products such as appliances and electronics that cannot be switched off completely without being unplugged. These products draw power 24 hours a day without us even knowing. One simple way you can cut this is by unplugging any unused appliances and electronics. There are many ways of going green. Ask yourself the following questions. Do you line dry any of your laundry? Project Laundry List, a nonprofit organization that does research in the conservation of water, estimates that using a dryer makes up about 5 to 10% of our household electricity use. By simply eliminating your dryer, you are saving money and reducing the environmental impact of energy usage. Washing in cold water also saves energy compared to energy used to heat water if washing in warm water. Have you switched the bulbs in your lighting fixtures to compact fluorescent lamps? Another great way to save electricity is to use motion sensor outdoor lighting. This allows you to have lights on outside when you need them, saving you energy and money compared to having outdoor lights run all night during the day or while you're away. Do you carpool to work? For every gallon of gas consumed, there is 24 pounds of carbon emitted into the atmosphere. Start carpooling or get involved in your company's rideshare program. Every 5-person carpool means there's only 1 polluting vehicle on the road instead of 5. That means there are 4 less vehicles contributing to ozone depletion, acid rain, and traffic snarls. Global warming is a worldwide concern. Fighting it begins at an individual's level. The steps we can take are very simple but can make a huge difference. Conserving and becoming energy efficient here at Los Angeles Air Force Base is a project in progress. Although we have done an exceptional job in creating a green power program, there are small areas that we need to improve on. I believe in due time we will succeed in conserving our nation's resources, including our natural as well as our financial ones. As the effects of global warming increases, we cannot just sit here and watch our world self-destruct. The Los Angeles Air Force Base is in the nation's forefront, and we must lead by example. Going green, conserving energy, and reducing our carbon footprint will save our environment, save our future, and the world.